Hey everybody, so today I am here to share with you guys some mama favorites. I hope you guys don't mind this month just being my favorites. So the past month, the kids have been sick all of the month of March. It started with Sophie. It took like a week, a little bit more to pass on to Remy. Remy was sick for a little over a week. It's passed on to Mark. So honestly, we haven't been going anywhere or doing much or getting new stuff for the kids really, or anything exciting to really share with you. That way we're just making sure everyone's recouping and getting well and doing what we can. But I did have some stuff of my own that either needed replacing or upgrading or whatever, and I've been super happy with it, so I thought I would share it with you guys. Before I got my own little office chair for my desk that I work at on my computer and stuff in my room for my YouTube stuff, I was using one of the kids' chairs, like from the kiddie table set that we have. We have 4 chairs, so I was able to afford to be able to take one, and I was sitting on that, and it's as uncomfortable as you can imagine. And especially with my fibromyalgia, sitting on anything, whether it's like a cushion or not, for extended periods of time is really difficult for me. It just ends up causing me a lot of pain. So I wanted to find something that might work a little better with that stuff in mind. And I was going back and forth between like a kneeling chair that I had seen on TikTok and like some other options. And then I came across this one and I was like, you know what? That actually sounds really nice. I remember sitting on a lot of yoga and birthing balls and stuff like that when I was pregnant. It really takes the pressure off of your hips. It's really nice. It's not like a regular chair, so I could probably sit in it a couple different ways. That way I can be shifting my weight and not sitting in the same exact spot or position constantly, because obviously sometimes with editing it can take me hours. This was everything I was hoping it would be. I will say in the picture it looks like it's black in this dark green teal color, which I love that color, the teal, but it's actually brown. It's not anything horrific or anything. It is a pretty dark brown, but at the same time, just be aware of that in case you happen to order the exact same color that I do. But they also have other ones available as well. But I have been super happy with it. It was $70, which is still a little up there, but seeing as though I hope that I never have to replace it, and even if the ball deflates, I can just pump it back up, or I could get a replacement. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of this chair, and it's just been so nice. I have been able to sit in it in different positions, which does allow for me to be comfortable for longer, and it's also a little bit more of a low profile. I wanted to still be able to see my desk from my bed, and it does not go very tall, so I also really like that. My kids are also obsessed with it. They all climb up on it and they think it's the coolest thing ever, but super comfortable. And if you're someone like me who suffers from chronic pain, you know that it's really hard to find something that's comfortable to sit in, and I just want to recommend this because it has been amazing for me. And the next thing that I wanted, let's save these for last because I'm really excited for them. The next thing, which is not technically new, just a newer version. You guys know that I love my sugar scrubs, but I got this Desert Haze from Ulta. Total risk because I had never smelled it before, and I ordered it online, and wow, it is so good. So if you like the Moroccan Rose or the Exotic Bloom from Tree Hut Scrubs, I really think you're going to love this. This is like more of a summertime. It's definitely got that floral undertone with a lot of sweet on top. It's perfection. It's so good that I went to Ulta and I bought a couple more just so when it eventually goes away, I still have some. But oh my gosh, if you guys like your sugar scrubs, I would definitely try this one out. It smells amazing. So not new. Another thing that's not new, but I had to mention again, even though I know I've put it in a favorites before, but I've been using it so often lately, especially with Mark's new schedule. When he is on, he has to go to bed at a decent time. But of course, me being a night owl, I stay up a lot longer. So I've been using this night light for my books a lot lately, and honestly, the battery life on it is amazing. I just charged it the other day, but it wasn't even because it wasn't turning on. It was just because I felt like I should. But you just wrap it around your neck like this, and you're able to point these wherever you would like. I mean, they can go opposite directions if that floats your boat, but right here on either side, it does have the switch to turn them on, and then there's 3 brightnesses, and then the button on the back changes the tone color. So I typically leave it on warm, but I love this. It is so nice. It is really comfortable. Even when I'm laying down, it's not like digging into my neck or anything. Really nice. And then that way I can just have this and it's not like lighting up the whole room or anything, but it is definitely obviously enough to see your book. So I know I've mentioned it before, but I wanted to mention it again because it's honestly one of my most used things. I use it almost every single night. So wanted to be sure to mention that. And while we're speaking of beds, we'll talk about the duvet cover. So a little bit of a long-winded story. If you want to skip, totally understand. But I had a duvet cover when I lived with my mom and I was a teenager and stuff. I had bought this duvet cover and it was silky soft. It was so nice and it held up through so much. I ended up getting rid of it because I didn't like the design on it anymore. And that commenced the longest, most troublesome period of time when it came to bedding for me. I could never find anything that was as soft again. And I regretted it almost immediately, but I had donated it and I couldn't get it back. So I kind of had to just live with it. And for literally years, I've been trying to find something like it. So we have tried microfiber, we've tried cotton, we've tried so many different things. None of them last. And honestly, the microfiber was probably the worst because it had a lot of pilling on it and it just ended up starting to feel like sandpaper. It was awful. I decided to look into it and I think the comforter that I had was a cotton sateen mix. So sateen is like kind of satin, but not quite, and it's blended in with the cotton. So it is a lighter weight, but at the same time, it's softer than cotton can be because it has that sateen in it. And I decided to go looking and I found this duvet cover off of the Company Store, which is the oddest name ever. It's called the Company Store. So I would expect it to like sell staples and paper and stuff like that. Things that a company needs. But they sell bedding and things along that line. So I got this one in this color and I've been so happy with it. I was able to catch it on sale and then they also had a promo code. So I got this for under $100, which is definitely still expensive. But here's the thing. I know that when I had that comforter that I had all those years ago, I had it for years. I'm talking probably 6+ years before I ended up getting rid of it. So I knew if we could find something that was actually good quality, I won't have to keep replacing it because in the years since getting rid of that old one, we have had to replace them from rips and tears and pilling and just, I don't know, just various things over the years. They never seem to last. So I got this one and it has been amazing. The first couple washes, it still doesn't feel like amazingly soft, but we're getting there. And I know, like with cotton, the more you wash it, the more it breaks in and stuff like that. But I am very, very happy with it. I just wanted to recommend it. I know stuff like this is expensive and not everybody wants to spend their money on it. But in case you're like me and super picky and I cannot sleep on rough things, there's even some fabrics that my husband says are soft, but they still feel scratchy to me. So I just feel like I have like really sensitive skin or something like that. And this has been amazing. So long-winded, super long story that I'm sure nobody wanted, but when I tell you that it was a light at the end of the tunnel, it sounds dramatic, but I was so excited to find it, and I'm obsessed. So the color and everything is just perfect and I'm very, very happy with it. Speaking of our room, I also got this book cart. So this is actually the same cart. If you guys have been around for a while, I bought the same exact cart from Target for when Lexi was a newborn and going to be in our room. So I had used it for newborn stuff. It worked amazingly for that. Loved it. And then once she kind of grew out of that and got her own room, then I gave it to my older girls. They have an art cart in their bedroom. So that's being used still. I didn't want to take it away from them because they really enjoy it and they actually use it. So I decided to get another one of my own. I'm a little annoyed at Target because this used to be $30 and a lot of time it'd be like $25. Now it's $40 because they've rebranded it to be, more trendy, but it's the exact same cart. Like I can put them side by side and they are literally made the exact same. So a little annoying now that they're more expensive for the exact same thing, but whatever. Nonetheless, I had stacks of books everywhere, mostly on my end table, my bedside table, I guess I should call it. And I couldn't fit like anything on my bedside table because I had so many. And I just had various different groupings of books all over our bedroom. So this cart just allows me to kind of have them all in one spot. And it's been really nice. It does hold a good bit. So I'm still trying to find out the way that I like it the most. So not 100% on that, but it's been exactly what I was looking for. And I know you can find these carts all over, but this is the one that I've had for years because, obviously Lexi is 2, going to be 3 this year, and that one that we bought when she was a baby still holding up perfectly. So the next couple of things I am super excited about. It just has to do with clothing. So, if it's not your thing, I completely understand, click it off. But I'm just so excited to share these with you guys. So the first thing is actually something I'm wearing right now, which is this t-shirt. They're the Aerie boyfriend t-shirts. So there's a couple different versions of them. The one that I have right now, I believe, is just a crew neck. It comes just straight across up here on your chest. And then I also have this one, which is one of my V-necks, which I think you guys have seen me wear. So I am plus size and I do not like my arms. I just don't. And it's an insecurity of mine. I also, during the summertime, a lot of the time, I would wear long sleeves and just pull them up because I did not like how typical women's cut t-shirts like hit right here. Hate that. I hate it so much. If you've been around on my channel for a while, you know that with things like intuitive eating and positive self-talk and stuff like that, I'm trying to get into a better relationship with my body, and that means spending more time with it and accepting it for how it is, and understanding myself that if I wear hoodies in summer, people are still going to know that I'm plus size. I'm still underneath there. I'm just kind of making myself miserable in the process of that. And I shouldn't have to hide away parts of myself because I think other people won't want to see them. I deserve to exist and take up space. And I hope anybody else who has these kind of insecurities can hear this message too, because I think it is really important. So long-winded, but I love these t-shirts because they actually do hit me in the elbows. So I wear double XL, I believe. Yes, double XL. And like I said, I'm 5'5", around 240 pounds. So that is kind of like my measurements for you. I know every body type is different, but just to kind of give you an idea. But it is also loose on me. It's not skin tight. So I feel like even if your measurements aren't exactly like me, there's still room to be had in here. Even in the arms, they're not skin tight on the arms either. There's still plenty of room in there. And I just want to recommend this to you guys. It's not, I shouldn't even say it's not often. I've literally never found other t-shirts that fit my arms and make me feel comfortable the way these Aerie t-shirts do. Wait for them to go on sale. One of my biggest pieces of advice. Aerie can definitely be expensive. It's a branch of American Eagle, but I was able to get these when I think they were either having like a 30 or 40% off, and I got them for like $13. So I'm talking Target prices for some t-shirts, and they're super comfortable. They're soft. They hold up really well. I've never had like the dyes or anything rub off on anything else either. I have this color that I'm wearing for the first time today, and I really like it. I've got this blue one, which you guys have seen me wear all the time. And then I also got a black one and a green one. Again, all super comfortable. I do prefer the crew neck. I feel like it sits on my body a little bit better. V-necks, because I'm so large chested, I just feel like it always pulls the shirt forward. But I don't mind these because it's not a deep V. It might look like it because of the size of my t-shirt, but it's really not. It just sits about right here. You guys have seen me wear it before, but I want to recommend it to you guys. You guys deserve to wear shorts and t-shirts and tank tops and bathing suits and two pieces and whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable with your body. Your size shouldn't be any part of that equation. You deserve to have experiences and take up space and be out in public and dress the way that you find comfortable and appeasing, just like everybody else in the world. So I wanted to recommend it to you guys who also might not love their arms, and I also just like more relaxed t-shirts. I'm finding that when it comes to tops, I would like them to be a little bit more flowy and kind of oversized, and I like for my pants to be tighter. So I really like bike shorts. Next thing is probably the thing that I'm most excited about. So I've been wearing the same bras ever since we had Remy. Probably even a little bit before. Bravado was super sweet. all those years back, they sent me so many of their bras because they were nursing and pumping bras. So I wore them because they were so freaking comfortable. And they are more on the expensive side. They're around $40. But when I tell you that I have every single bra that they sent me, and Remy is going to be 6 this month. Okay, so they've lasted 6 years, and I put them in the washer, and even though I've told Mark not to put them in the dryer, they end up in the dryer sometimes, and like, they have been through the ringer. I wore them every single day that I was wearing a bra, and they stood the test of time. Never had a stitch come out of place or anything like that. Can't recommend Bravado bras for breastfeeding moms enough. 110% worth your money, and I know they also run sales. But like I told you guys in the last chit chat video, I am going to be weaning soon, and I wanted something to transition to. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, these are not lift your boobs sky high, make them look like the perkiest things ever. I'm not in that stage of life. I used to be when I was in high school. Even when I had bigger boobs, I was constantly trying to just keep shoving them further and further up on my chest. That's not my vibe anymore. I really don't care about that. I just want to be comfortable, especially being large chested. I spent so many years being miserable with tight bands and tiny straps because I just like kept wanting to hike them higher and higher. And it was like, I was constantly miserable. I had back problems because of how big they are, and I wasn't finding things that held them right. And I'm just past that, especially after wearing those Bravado bras for so many years. They're so comfortable. I didn't want any kind of discomfort. I'm just past that. I am much more in like a natural, love myself as is kind of vibe, and that's what I wanted. So I took a chance after seeing TikTok ads that were definitely targeted towards me, and they got me. And I went with the Harper Wilde bras, and I have been loving them. Now, I made a little bit of a mistake. I'm currently wearing one of their bras, and I wish that I had worn one of these because I only have one from this line that I'm currently wearing, and I have 3 from this other line. So they have various bras. They do have ones that are more traditional that have underwires and stuff like that, but all the ones that I have do not. Again, these are not lifting them sky high, making you look like a runway model. Let's think comfortable and supportive. It also feels like a second skin, and I don't know how they did it. I was very skeptical. I started off with just 2 bras. I found a plus size content creator, and I used her code, and I was able to get like 15% off or something like that. And this was one of the first ones that I ordered. So it does have this thicker band down here across the bottom. So promising. It's got some separating material there, so they're not just all bunched together. But I was kind of skeptical up here. I was like, I know they start wide, but it goes thin up here. And when it comes to large chests, the wider the better when it comes to the straps. So I was a little curious. That's what the back looks like. So there's no clasp or anything like that. The fabric is as soft as it looks. Like, it is just like butter. So I was a little skeptical. I didn't know how much they would actually support me. I didn't know how comfortable they would be. And wow, I am so happy with these, and I'm so happy that I'm moving into something that is even more comfortable than what I was used to. And the Bravados were super comfy, so it's really telling you something. It truly does feel like a second skin. I wouldn't lie to you guys about this. I've got no stake in this game whatsoever. I use my own money to buy them, and I'm just so happy. Someone who's large chested, it's really hard to find supportive, comfortable bras, and I've been so happy with this. They go up to a 3XL, which is what I wear, and I'm like a 42 triple D, to give you an idea of size, but they're also expanding. So I believe they're working on 4XL and up, so they're going to keep offering more and more sizes. But these are by no means skin tight. I feel like there's breast sizes that I've seen online that are even bigger than mine, saying that they fit in this size. So it still might be worth a shot if you're even bigger than I am. But guys, it is so comfortable. These don't pinch whatsoever. And somehow it's supportive, but I don't feel any of that weight on my shoulders. I don't feel it in my back. I mean, besides the typical, big boob syndrome that you get. But, it's not like the bra is adding to that. So I've been so happy. This bra is called the Bliss, and I will leave a link down for you guys. It's from my own personal account with them. It's where if you buy a bra, you'll get a free bra, and it just gives me points to get a free bra too. So, I'm not an affiliate or anything with them. I mean, I won't turn them down if they ask because I've been super happy. I have this bra, and this was the other Bliss bra that I bought in that order where I used a content creator's coupon code. Got 15% off, and this is part of like their limited edition colors right now. I got those two, and then after I was so happy with those, Mark actually bought me a couple of bras himself for me, which was super sweet. But he got me the plain black Bliss bra. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn it right side out. I washed them all. And then he also got me the lounge bra in the white ribbed color. So that's the one that I currently have on. Now it's a bit more like a bralette, and honestly I was kind of looking for something like that. I love bralettes. I love seeing people wear them. I think they're like the cutest, just most casual thing, and I always wanted one, but being large chested, there's just not a lot of options out there. And I was so happy that he got this for me because it is super comfortable. I would say it's more of like a bralette. It's not quite as supportive as the Bliss ones, but it's still super comfy and I'm still super happy wearing it. I just, all around, I love these bras. Honestly, I feel like no matter what size you are, if you just want something that is supportive and comfortable, 10 out of 10 this. Also, they don't roll up. That was something else that I was kind of curious about. I think because the band down here is so thick, it just doesn't do that. I've been so happy with these. They're not cheap, you know, they're around $40, $50 depending on whatever bra you get. But quite frankly, I'm used to paying that because bras in my size that are comfortable typically run that amount of money. So honestly, it's no different day for me being large chested, but I could not recommend these. These and the t-shirts have just made me feel so comfortable lately. Walking around the house in a t-shirt and a bra that is just super comfy. I don't know. I'm just like so happy that my body can be comfortable and like, I don't know, kind of like getting the love that it deserves on like a kind of corny level. But I've been super happy with them and I felt like I could not tell you guys because I am obsessed. I can't wait to get more. I love them. I love them so much. They're so nice. So if you're in the market for some t-shirts and bras, I've got recommendations for you. But yeah, that's everything for my favorites for this month. Like I said, only a handful, but they've been really important to me. They've also just been really nice and exactly what I was looking for. So I still wanted to share them with you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, why don't we put the melon emoji or whatever you have that's closest because of what we just spent our time talking about. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.